Yo, what up dudes? Welcome back to another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. So CBC is around 6 hours and 48 minutes from this recording, and I just want to talk about Supreme Kael because Plarium has decided to launch a guaranteed void Lego for Supreme Kael for 110 voids, right? For this champion, Supreme Kael. Now, I'm seeing that the community is very excited about this champion. What is it so good about this champion? Is all his skills basically cannot be resisted. It means you don't have to build accuracy for this champion. So first of all, let's take a look at his kit. All his skills, I think, is AoE, right? AoE hit, okay. The A1 will land weaken with a 75% chance after fully booked. Okay, the A2 is very strong, has 100% to land 5% poison debuffs, the big version of the poison debuffs, and also increase the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. Very good. And then the A3 will increase all your allies' accuracy by 50% and also lands a decreased resistant debuff on all enemies, okay, at 100% chance land rate. Okay, also fills the champion's turn meter by 10%. Very good. And then the passive will just decrease each target's accuracy, crit rate, and crit damage by 3% for every poison debuff. Very good. But I just want to address the hype here. The debuff cannot be resisted. Yes, it's very good, but it's overhyped if you're thinking this is the best Supreme of all the 4 Supremes. This is only true if you are in early to mid game, and even some instances end game. Sorry, not end game, late game. If you are early to mid game, to some instances late game, and basically progression, this is true. Supreme Kael is better than Supreme Galak. Why? Because not needing to build accuracy for this champion will just skyrocket your progression, and he will carry you through the higher level stages of the dungeons that you're farming. Okay, poison is a very good wave clearing tool, wave clearing PvE debuff. Okay, and this skill, increase accuracy and decrease resistance, would also help you in Hydra if you're doing early stages of Hydra. And if you are in progression stage and you lack Arena Nuker, this is your guy. Like somehow you missed the free Ronda champion and then you got Supreme Kael, right? His multipliers, I heard, is good on the A2, very high, highest amongst the Supreme. Okay, he can be your decent Arena Nuker if you really lack champions. Okay, now if you are end game, okay, if you wrap your head around all these skills, the debuff that cannot be resisted is basically decreased resistance and poison, which are mostly meant for PvE content. These debuffs are PvE debuffs, I would say. Let's just put it that way. So if you are end game, you are already doing Nightmare or Brutal Hydra, landing all the HP burns. 400 accuracy is not really hard for you to achieve. And then block buffs, right? Block buff debuff. Okay, you're already landing those in Hydra. What you're looking for is basically more OP arena champions, because at end game that's really what you're focused on, Platinum Arena push. So the hype here is the debuff cannot be resisted, but This is only true for S tier, putting Kael above Supreme Kael. If all these debuffs are CC debuffs. What do you mean by CC debuffs? Debuffs like stun, provoke, block active skills probably. Those arena related debuffs that cannot be resisted. Think Harima for instance. Harima, Shadow Kin here. Harima has a provoke, right? I think. Yes. Has a provoke that cannot be resisted if the champion is from Demon Spawn, meaning all the Duchess, all the Chimera cannot resist this provoke. Okay? And for instance, another one is Baron. Baron has on his A2, this debuff is guaranteed, decreased defense. Okay, this is just example. These champions are very, very strong for arena. This is what actually we are looking for actually. If you're looking for a burn, HP burn that cannot be resisted, it goes to none other than Walking Tomb Drang. This burn is so OP, even in Hydra and Sand Devil, right? Cannot be resisted. That means he doesn't need any accuracy in his kit. Now this would be what you're looking for endgame. Okay? So in endgame, I would put Dark Kael over Supreme Kael, unfortunately. His predecessor Dark Kael, because of his A1. The A1 will activate poison and HP burn by chance, and it does not require any accuracy. I think I would favor this highly above whatever Supreme Kael has to offer, to be honest, in endgame. And I will place Supreme Kael over Supreme Kael at endgame. He would be number 1, okay? Because of what he brings to the table. Basically, all Supreme Kael's kit is extra 10% chance of a crit rate. That means you just build him with 90% crit rate would suffice. I'm not entirely sure how hard he hits. I'll have to do more testing first. But what I'm sure is his kit is Hydra oriented kit, and this is what you'll be looking for endgame. Okay, more HP burn, more block buffs, decreased speed, absolutely bonkers, at a 3-turn cooldown. Okay, this passive Supreme Kael has, it can help him negate one time the fear from the fear head torment, head of torment, for a 4-turn cooldown. This is crazy. Oh man. Okay, so I will put this guy over Supreme Kael at endgame. This will benefit my account more than Supreme Kael. So that is my opinion about Supreme Kael. You might have different opinions. Maybe you think I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm open to your criticisms. Let me know if my analysis is wrong about Supreme Kael down in the comments below. Like to hear from you guys. So the reason why I'm doing this video is just to address this and not to let you get debated by the 110 void guarantee. But if you are in early to mid game, I will understand you going for this champion. It will make more sense for you. Yes, totally agree. This Supreme Kael will be higher ranked than Supreme Kael in terms of progression. So that's all for today's video. Very short one, informative video. Hope to see you guys soon in the next video, and have a good one ahead.